We're both homeless, and we got a roof, but it's not home. You understand?
We've been treated like pigs. For crying out loud, this is our home.
Outrage, frustration, and now possibly a lawsuit. We know more than 100 people were kicked out of their building after a fire at a townhome complex off of Phillips Highway last Monday. Many of those residents are elderly, disabled, and now dozens are seeking legal action. Joining us now is attorney John Phillips, who will be representing about 40 or so of those people who have been displaced at this point. John, the biggest thing is that you have people out of their homes, some elderly, some disabled for the holidays, and now going into the new year.
It is. It's a terrible way to start the new year.
Certainly so. Let's talk about the basis of this lawsuit.
Certainly. Everybody's claim is different, right? There's certainly injury claims. There's people who may have even had pre-existing conditions, asthma, emphysema, and now they've got this. And so they were hospitalized for 6 days. And it goes down to people who lost their animals that haven't been found, to people who are wearing the same set of clothes for a week and can't get answers on when they can get their clothes, their life back, their medicines, a host of different kinds of complaints for the 200 people affected.
You just said a key word there, answers. That's what so many people at this point are seeking. They actually recently received a letter from Cambridge Management, which was saying that they're trying to remedy the situation, but a lot of people are frustrated at this point. They don't want to just hear that.
There's a lot of inconsistency of information. The stuff that Cambridge released, like in the letter, it referred to asbestos almost like a natural mineral. You know, just that little thing, asbestos. And so people are frustrated, people are mad, they're told that they can come get some of their stuff, then they wait in an hour-long line, and then they're not able to get it. And so it's we call it in the industry kind of victimization of the victim. It's the stacking of harms that makes things just way more tragic for these people. And they need the community at large in Jacksonville to help. We were trying to get a food truck over when they were all at the church. Because it's just tragedy.
It really is. As you speak, we're seeing some images there from the night when this fire happened, as well as just people lined up, elderly people lined up waiting for something as simple as being able to get the clothes. All they have is the clothes on their back at this point, a lot of them. I do want to mention this, though, because we were waiting to figure out what's going to happen next, but this building fire uncovered a lot of issues within that building, including the asbestos, which you mentioned,
right,
as well as the sprinkler system. There are some issues with that, inconsistencies, rather.
100%. About whether what early warning system did they have. One thing that we're asking, and we released in our statement, is for the facility to not refund prorated days in December, but the whole thing. If this place was untenantable, is what the law calls it, untenantable, then they shouldn't have been living there, and so they owe the period back that it was untenantable. And it's just, and this business owns these places all over town, and hopefully it's waking up the public at large who lives in one of these apartments to ask questions, to find out whether their complex has these problems, and to check up on inspections. You shouldn't have to. You should trust the people that are providing you shelter, but in this case, it's showing that you shouldn't.
You should be able to, though. Thank you again. John Phillips will be representing about 40 or so people who were affected by that townhouse fire that happened. Really a heartbreaking situation when you think about it, but we did hear from Cambridge Management. They released a statement. We have it for you. We're going to show it to you really quickly. This is what they said at this point. We're going to give you bits and pieces of it pretty much. They said that we have contracted with a licensed asbestos cleanup provider to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations regarding asbestos abatement. They went on to say the cleanup process will continue aggressively until we are completely satisfied that our residents will be safe and comfortable upon return to their homes. In the interim, every resident will have a hotel accommodation made available to them should they require it. So that is what Cambridge Management is putting out there at this point. They're going to provide these people with hotels until they're able to get back inside of their homes. But as we just heard from the attorney here, a lot of them say they don't want to return to their homes. This is a story we're going to continue to follow, obviously, in the coming months, and bring you the very latest as soon as it becomes available. Right now, though, we'll be right back with more Good Morning Jacksonville in just about 2 minutes.